It's our off-air pod show. It's our off-air pod show. It's our off-air pod show. It's our off-air pod show.
Oh, hello. Sorry, I didn't have my headphones on. But yes, hi, I'm Liam. This is the Off-Air Pod. No real business for me today. No ailments. Feeling ready to attack the week. Ben.
Hello there. No ailments. Just writing down my 3 words for the clickbait headlines.
Yeah.
It down.
I'm just going to put my hand up and say I do get to like the intro on a Monday and panic and make them up. I don't know if anyone else is in the same boat. It's a safe space.
And you often win.
Yeah,
So
because there's so many rules now. If
I
you
wouldn't
say
say
the
Liam
wrong
often
thing,
wins.
everyone yells at you.
I haven't won in a little while.
Yeah.
He's won more than some people.
But I do have a good one today. Got a fun one.
Very good.
Belle.
Present. No business, reserve the right, and no ailments.
Andy Sour.
Present. I am feeling much better. God bless me. I do have a piece of business. And a little tidbit. I was just shocked that I got no votes in Team Member of the Week last week. Well, listen back. I was agog.
You
I
did.
gave you an
literally
honourable.
did.
I got honourable mentions. I got no votes.
I think I gave you an honourable mention. I mean,
You gave me an honourable mention. Ben did. Belle gave me a dishonourable mention, which is insane.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, Belle did work an extremely long day on Friday, and
Yes.
I for one think Belle deserved to poll higher, and not taking anything away from you, Teena. Yeah, but
Into the mic.
would you agree Belle went above and beyond on Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was Team Member of the Week worthy myself.
Thank you.
Does that technically count
my
for this
champion.
week? Like,
No,
because
well,
it happened after the
Well,
vote?
I think we all need
Well,
to address what that day was.
Yeah, I feel like we're talking a
We're
lot about...
talking about it without it.
Yeah, I
All
agree.
right,
well,
let's
let's
go
finish
with-
the roll call and then we can get into that. Tina, I've said you, have I?
No.
No, it's just I was talking to you
Yeah.
before that, so I got confused. Tina,
Howdy.
you good? She's here.
Yeah,
we know this.
nothing. Yeah, I'm fine.
Cool.
Yeah, no,
Rock and roll.
I'm zen, actually.
Oh, cool. I love that. Zen hen. Scott
Yeah, present, no business, no ailments, reserved the right for both.
and Jack.
Reserve the right for ailments. I like it.
Yeah, I might get sick during
Just
this
in
pod.
case I get an ailment during the pod.
I'll break your legs. I'm here, present, same thing. No business, no ailments. I'll reserve it. Let's move on.
bless
Sweet.
you.
So yeah, do we?
I think it's fair to say.
I think it's fair to say.
So Friday's show was pre-rect.
Because of the Nova's Red Room that we had to host.
No.
No, it was
Oh,
Thursday,
I was trying to get away with one
which
there.
was also
but
pre-rect.
probably should have rolled with that. But
Yeah, that's
we
a
pre-recorded
180
two
on what you wanted there.
No, we
we
pre-recorded
discussed
2
it on
shows
the
on the
Friday.
trot.
Very, very rare.
I think we would have got away with it too if it wasn't a few meddling kids.
Yeah,
Why
and
would
to be
we say
fair,
we pre-recorded Friday's show for the Thursday night Red Room?
Well, no one knows this Thursday.
No, but
Red
you
Room,
also
you know what I
spoke
mean?
about
Like-
the Red Room on the off-air pod on
Ah,
Friday.
shit.
look, let's not get too caught up in our own lies.
All right, we haven't been live for years. We were fired. This is just all reheats.
Even
I-
this was recorded
Andy.
last year.
A couple of the Alpha Squatters did notice there was some stuff in there that had been on air before.
You guys-
This was my business.
You guys were sniffing around a little
So
bit. Yeah,
Thursday,
you always
Friday,
know.
Thursday, Friday was pre-recorded. Thursday we had the Red Room with Tones and I. We had to host that, so we couldn't, which was right as the show was supposed to be going live. So we pre-rec'd that. All the callers were live, as in like live to air.
And they
You
were
real callers.
Yeah, real callers that you would get in the bank for second chance talkback, stuff like that.
Yeah, and it was recorded that day,
Yeah.
just earlier, same as Friday. It's not like we recorded it a week ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if people don't know, so for example, there were some cracker calls that came through for like the guy with the shot put in the head. Like he called through what?
Oh yeah, no, because I mentioned him on
Oh,
the
yeah,
show
no,
on
no, no.
frickin' Wednesday
You
when we
did.
were pre-recorded.
But,
it
like,
and
so-
it aired
but
on
what-
Friday.
Strike.
The time
What I'm trying to explain is that he called through on Monday when we were speaking to the Javelin lady, and who was also pre-recorded, but that's another thing. and he came through a little bit late, and we'd already moved on. So what we do is we're doing a lot of like saving those calls and just playing them at a later date at the moment, which is like it's smart really
So-
because it's
To really explain it for people that don't understand, so when the show is going live to air, you have the ability to put it into record mode. So whilst the show is going live to air, maybe you're in the middle of a song, in the middle of an ad break, you put it into record mode. You can then take phone calls that are real phone calls off air, you record them, and then we air them in the next show or the show after that.
And most of the time, that's what Second Chance Talkback is.
Yep.
Because it's just like people from Adelaide calling through half an hour later or whatever. Like we're working on different time zones here because we're national, baby. So yeah, that's very much how the sausage is made. But what happened is Andy stayed back and played the show out on Thursday. So someone has to be here like whilst it's actually live.
And taking the calls of
And
people
taking the
that were
calls.
calling through
Yep,
for
which
things.
is great. And Ben, myself, and Belle were hosting the Red Room, Tones and I, Howler in Brunswick that night. And then Andy took the Friday off for his long day on the Thursday. And Belle was the one who actually stayed back and played it out on the Friday. And we were all sort of like teetering around it. But that's why I said you were working a long day, and that's why I gave you my attention.
And the reason we pre-recorded Friday's show was because I had to get to Adelaide for my son Freddie's first birthday.
son.
Thanks, Jack.
Of the people that heard things that like, I swear I heard that before a year ago, you're in like the less than 1% that would have heard that. So
Even
you should
less,
feel even less. You should feel very good if you've picked something that I swear I've heard that before. Out of all of our listeners, not many of them have.
Sometimes a good filter that we use for should we replay that is if we've forgotten we've done it. Like we might suggest something and then someone in the room will go, we've done that before, and we go, have we? And then you can search the rundowns or the run sheets. You can see you did it 2 years ago. We've all forgotten we did it. We'd go find the audio, then you'd replay it. Because if we've forgotten it, chances are 99% of the people listening have forgotten it.
Especially now, it's only 2 hours now, but I mean, it used to be 3 hours, 5 days a week, and you multiply that by years and years, you're going to do stuff that is crap and good that you've forgotten about, and vice versa.
Should we do a game just for the Alpha Squatters that it's like a no repeat work day? If you hear the same thing twice, it's like the first person to mention it gets surprised.
Next time you hear Radio Mike on the show, call in, because that was one that people were picking up.
And to be fair, I think Radio Mike's only probably been on the show once, so that was, and his voice stands out.
He's been on twice because he's
been on twice.
He came on the first, well, 3 times now if you count the replay. The first time he came on was to tell the story, the Citizens Arrest story. Then someone in the podcast, in the Alpha Squad, that listens to the podcast, said, was that Radio Mike? Which it was.
And if he can sneak back on.
And then the challenge was if he could sneak back on under a different name, could people recognise him?
And we did straight away. I think we all did. That's Radio Mike from Hamish and Andy's podcast.
Remember when we saw him at the train station that one time?
Yeah. It was when we were there for
that basketballer. Sorry for saying that basketballer. It was a big name, but I can't remember.
Scottie Pippen, guys. So you're getting your Bulls players wrong.
That's right. Yeah, no,
it was Horace Grant.
We weirdly see, like, I mean, I'm friends with him, but like, I see him a lot on the streets.
He's always around.
I was just, I've been walking down the street and been like, oh, there he
I've
is.
seen him since twice. Once in Coles and once out the front of my car.
Maybe it's also a real life game when you see him in real life.
Maybe he's following you.
Maybe Radio Mike's following me. Yeah, sure. I think we just live in similar areas.
I think he's got better things to do.
Never seen him.
What's he getting up to?
Well, he's working on Hamish and Andy and The 100 and
does his own thing as well.
Did that come through? Do you reckon that bled through the headphones
It's
a little
a
bit?
wee bit from the sound of the headphones. I think
what I
you'd
think,
better pick it up.
That scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, the Nova 100.
Fired it off.
So did I. Yeah.
And did you have... So that was your business?
My business was just addressing the comments in the Alpha Squad about the replays.
Did you have a good day off, sir?
I rested up and I felt better for it.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Sick day confirmed?
No, it was well, it depends. I worked the same amount of hours last week as I normally do.
I have no dog in that fight. I just feel like it would be remiss
you
if I didn't bring it up.
You came in on Friday, not you, everyone came in with a lot of bits already edited and a lot of segments prepared.
I appreciated that on Friday. My
fair.
life was a lot easier because you did a good job editing things in Vox Pro, so I didn't have to look very hard to find them.
God bless you.
But I would still like to recognise Belle for staying back on a Friday.
Yes.
No, Belle did a great job.
Yeah.
Like our Zach Butters and Connor Rosie over here, the engine room.
Am I right? Bit of a worry about the baggers. Not playing in the finals, I reckon. Yeah, there's
Good riddance.
probably a little bit of a pulse. But,
Well, neither
Wait,
of
how
us.
If Collingwood can't get in, I'm happy if Carlton also can't
That
get
was
in.
a famous collie wobbles
That
on the
was-
weekend.
That was pathetic. I'm livid. Sorry.
There's the Pies supporter coming out.
I am livid.
So
anyway,
funny.
and watch us win the next 2 games, and it's
Oh,
all
yeah,
for
bro.
nothing. Anyway,
Liam, do you purely keep across Carlton's form by following Daniel Gorringe?
Yes,
Is that
That's pretty fair.
I didn't even watch the full video. I just
Dude,
saw him crying in the
his-
shower, so I was like, I think we're out.
His
Love when he
videos go
cries.
crazy. Like you see him crying in the shower. It's got 23,000 likes. It's insane in half an hour.
Well, about 5 years ago, people suddenly all realised at once that no one does AFL content online.
Yeah.
And now, like
Everyone
your
does.
Marmalade Boys and your Orange, and there's so many more AFL
and you
YouTubers.
kick it forward, fellas.
Kick it
from
forward
Perth.
podcast. Yeah, they're really good. I quite
Yeah,
like
they're
them.
good. They're good guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Clickbait Monday. A little bit of Fatini's secret life. A little bit of Benjamin, what he buy? A little bit of Jonathan, the club fiend. A little bit of Jack, what he eat? A little bit of Andy on his own. A little bit of Liam, the most known. A little bit of Belle, here I am. We only get to hear one story, damn.
Sorry,
Yes, it is
Teena.
now.
Sorry, no. Is Teena, you watching a Ring doorbell
Sorry,
camera?
but me and my brother are both not home and we think our house might be getting robbed, which is why I had to quickly
Oh,
snap out.
wow.
That would have been a great clickbait.
Is it just...
Well, we can't do, we can hear banging, so that's why I quickly just ran out because we can hear banging, but I
You
can
don't have
only
to be in the
see.
podcast.
Well, I can't do anything about
Is it your dog?
Can you yell
I
at them
can,
through the camera?
Well, I don't want to
No,
scare my
you
dog
don't
just in case.
Don't do that because then they know you're not home.
Yeah, so what we're doing is just watching, but we've only got this one angle because I was an idiot and moved the camera the other day because I didn't like it looking at me. And so now it's at this one angle and I can't quite see.
You've only got
So what can you see of
Yeah,
your
we
house?
just got a doggy camera while the parents are gone. And yeah,
That's
so
a
all we can
violation.
see is this now.
Oh,
so
God,
that's
what are
why
you looking at as a
Well, no
wall?
one's robbing that room right now, which is that is a win.
That's why I'm trying to
Will they have to like?
correct.
cross the
In
threshold.
theory, they should be crossing
Oh
a
my
threshold.
god!
Whoa!
So I'm
Are
just.
you
so you-
recording? Do you have a plan where you can record and save?
Yeah, you recording?
Can you?
These are questions
We'll
I don't
screen
know.
record
oh,
at
God.
least.
Doesn't it always, hang on, isn't the whole point of a Ring doorbell is it
Yeah.
always recording?
No, you need a plan
We
to be
need a
able
plan,
to
yeah.
save footage.
And you don't have a plan.
I don't know, but this is my brother's thing, and I just share the device
Right.
to watch.
And so why do you think you're being robbed? Because you can hear noises.
Because my brother texted me and was like, "Hey, I can," because we got an alert to say there's
Right.
motion at the door, and it
And
doesn't
how
pick
do
up
you-
when the dog is there. So
Yeah.
we're like, "Okay."
And how do you know the noises aren't just the dog?
How do you know
Well,
the
that's
motion's at the
what
door
we're
when
doing.
the
What
camera's
is
not
the
at the
noise?
door?
There was banging.
Okay.
What? Like what? Like
So when I quickly walked out, it was like
Okay,
that.
so that could be
Anyway, a
quite
big
literally
stress, but I'm
anything.
still here.
I know what that is.
So that was the phone falling down.
is
Brother's
this,
taking someone home, I reckon.
No one
banging?
No one saw
Hope
it.
he
That's the
doesn't
problem.
Bring her into the study. Oh no, we're live streaming it on the Ben Lehman.
That's why the phone fell.
So,
So sorry.
well, hang on. Should we just like?
Look, I think we press
We go
on,
on,
but
'cause there's
if
nothing we
if,
could do.
if a masked intruder walks past the Ring doorbell, then we stop. The
We're
podcast.
watching.
Yeah.
So sorry.
All right, over to Belle's segment.
Yeah, cool. So we all give 3 words and only 3 words about a story or something that happened over the weekend. We go around in a circle and then we vote on only one being told. I was
went?
last week.
Did you win last week?
Yeah,
But
we let
your
everybody
op shop
down
job.
spectacularly. Yes. So does that mean I go first?
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Okay. Booked 30th party.
Whoa. Well, what is that going to be about?
I know, right?
A red philosophy book.
What's
You get
that
to
going to
pick
be
your
about?
brain.
I know sometimes the whole point of this is to not tell stories that are good enough to go on the radio show. But I've got one that I'm a bit unsure about, so I'm just going to pitch it for this.
Okay.
Child's hurtful words.
Seems like good.
I only
like,
vote
seems-
for exciting new purchase. I just
too
want to put that
good.
out there. So.
Supermarket meltdown.
Sounds good.
That could be 2
What's your
words.
third word?
Yeah.
You always do
Don't
this.
tell me meltdown is one word.
It is one word.
Well, I'm using it as 2.
Meltdown.
Down.
Meltdown.
Thrown up on.
Took big risk.
Whoa. I like the vagueness. Dad's family secret.
Jeez, that's some good ones,
Bill?
eh?
Oh, I'm voting for Jax.
Do I kind of want to vote for Ben's, but am I spoiling the radio show if I...
And it's our fault if we
feel
vote for him.
I feel like if you're second guessing it, it might be.
What I will say is, if you don't vote for me, then I just won't tell to anybody.
That's the
Do you know,
rules.
if anybody
Wait,
else
but-
did this move,
you know-
everyone would be up
Oh,
in
well,
arms
if you want to hear about my
it, but Ben
philosophy
doesn't,
book,
everyone
then...
goes,
yeah, I'll never repeat it.
Well, why don't I, if I get chosen, not getting too far ahead of ourselves here, but if I get chosen, when I say it, only Liam and Belle can react, so then we can cut it and use it on there.
I've been on shows where we do that all the
Can
time.
that be a rule for every other... What if I do that next week?
No.
See?
No.
See?
You haven't reserved the right.
I've forgotten most people's things. I remember mine and Liam's big risk. I'll hear about Liam's big risk.
Fair enough.
I'm going to vote for, as Andy said, I've forgotten everyone's things. I'm going to hear about Andy's philosophy book because I told him a few weeks ago I was reading a philosophy book, and so I'm interested to see which one he's reading.
I want to hear about Tina's thrown up on.
I want to hear about Jack's fam secret.
I do too.
I was going to vote for Liam's big risk. Does that make it 2-2?
Yeah, you win, Jack. You go ahead.
Well, Dad was in town on Friday, so good to see the great man. And I'm hanging out with him and his mates. His mates were fine. But Dad told me a secret about the family.
I love that.
And he finally revealed that my mum hasn't been in Adelaide. She's been at Corn. And I didn't know. So she keeps calling him, like, she keeps when she calls me, she implies that she's been at home.
But she's in Corn.
But she's in Corn.
With a Q.
Yeah,
in Flinders Ranges.
Like Pixie Richie. Corn.
It's where Mum's family lives.
Corn. Okay, so she's not randomly there. Is
No.
But why has she been trying to create this illusion that she's in Adelaide?
I don't know.
Are they splitting up?
No, Mum's just visiting family.
But why is she hiding it?
Seems like a
She was
mum.
hiding it from me, but she wasn't doing it on purpose, I don't think. I just never asked, to be fair.
So did she deliberately give the impression she was at home, or did you just never ask?
I think I manifested that. I assumed I'd spoken to her like 3 times, and she just
But
forgot to
wouldn't
tell
she
me.
say, yeah, I'm
Did
with
she
the
say-
family in Corn?
I went out to dinner last night to the Corn pub. Meat and Wine Co. Meat and Wine Co.
No.
Okay.
I think it's safe to assume, though, if you're speaking to your mum, that she's in the suburb you know her to be in.
Yeah.
You know
But
what I
if
mean?
you say, Mum, how are you? What's been happening? Wouldn't her first thing be,
Well, I'm in
Corn?
You'd think so. She's up there a lot, so maybe it's just not news to her.
I'd be shocked if my mum was in Corn right now.
Do we have any?
we on?
Tina's gone.
Are we on?
No, she just got a call from an unknown number.
Shit.
Who is it?
Is the call coming from inside the house?
Yeah.
We got your dog. Have we checked the children?
That's my home phone number.
Whoa.
It's Jack's mum. It's a Corn number. Pops up in the Flinders
I
Ranges.
couldn't point to Corn in South Australia. I wouldn't know.
Flinders.
where.
I would struggle.
Flinders?
Mid
Yeah,
north.
it's Flinders,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
like if you think of SA,
Yeah.
it's about
Near Berry? When you're near Berry?
No.
So,
No,
Riverland.
fun
It's
fact
more
for you.
central, I think.
I have
more
done a
than Mallee.
stand-up show in Corn.
If this is
That is the
if this
truth.
phone is SA and like Adelaide's down here and the Northern Territory's here,
Yeah.
Corn's like there.
So Andy was holding up his iPhone on the back of his
Jesus.
iPhone.
Okay, you
That's
could
where
just say it's in the
Apple-
middle of South Australia.
No, I think that's actually quite a good visual representation. It's
in
the
the
back of
middle.
an iPhone. The top of the phone is Darwin. The bottom of the phone is SA.
Oh no, the top of the phone is the line of the Northern Territory.
Sorry, it's the state of South
Speaking of
Australia.
what happened to that phone there, champ? Where's your
Oh my God,
OtterBox?
Tina's back, Tina's back,
Oh,
Tina's
mate,
back.
it's been broken for a long time.
What news of home?
Oh, sorry.
What do your Alpha see?
I just got a phone call unrelated to.
Ah.
It was a listener for something else, but I thought it was something else. But I've seen my dog run from the kitchen to my bedroom.
Being chased by a man with a knife.
Would the dog run normally if it were not being threatened?
Was it another dog with a knife chasing it?
He kind of like. I don't know how to describe. It wasn't like a run, but it
Like a
was
trot?
not a little trot. Yeah, so but
normal
he
dog
never usually
behaviour.
sits in the kitchen by himself. Like that's really weird. Anyway, I'm still monitoring
Listen,
the situation.
do you know what you've done? You have got your way of telling your story without giving you 3 words, and I'm outraged. Like
My story was.
If I came in next week and went,
What?
whoa, it's a philosophy book, and everyone goes, Andy, tell us about it, tell us about it, tell us
It's not
about
the
it.
same thing.
That's what
What-
she talked about getting thrown up on.
Yeah.
Ah, well,
It was a
that was a
not the same thing. And f- you. I'm really stressed right now.
That's the mother of all smoke screens.
Yeah, I'm really
Tina, do you want to
upset
edit this
with
podcast?
Tina, we need a jar.
I
we need
also
a
think
jar.
that Liam's 3 words was alluding to something that you already put in the group chat today.
Oh my god!
Oh, there's no integrity to
This
this
is a
show.
group chat that Jack and I and
Yeah,
Tanner and I
so-
are
I'm
in.
glad I'm
It's
not
the
in it
boring one.
if it's
Yeah.
for spoilers
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
clickbait.
I will take my child's mean words to the grave.
You probably will.
And you'll
Probably
never
better.
know about that big risk I took, or whether it's paid off or not.
And you'll never know who threw up on me.
And Ben, you want to know about my philosophy book?
Yeah, I
See if
do.
it's the same one as you.
I don't really mind if I don't hear
one.
about bells, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think anyone does. I don't even want to.
You've locked in a date.
No.
You can't say it!
He asked me.
I also won't be there for your birthday.
Yeah, I know you won't.
Censor that too, Bill.
Yeah, I'll censor that because you can't. Yeah, from now on, I will censor any of the stories being told if they're being told out of. The only word that came to my mind was wedlock, but you know what I
Out of
mean?
wed- yeah.
out of.
Out of
Clickbait
the
lock.
podcast
Yeah.
room. All right, see you podcast. Tomorrow is Tuesday, which is the Brownlow.